All right, everybody, welcome to I think I started earlier. All right, guys, welcome to the webinar today. Um, Seth is not going to be with me today. He's still working on some other items that he's been working for the past couple weeks. So I'm going to be by myself today, and I wanna see if I can help you and talk about how to find and analyze potential products in 4 steps. So I hope everybody's doing okay today. Hello, Sophia. Hello, Ofi. And I apologize if I mispronounce your name. Hello, Jane, Jean, Rad, William. Welcome, everybody. And so today we're going to be talking about how to find and analyze potential products. I think it's um, one of the process or one of the steps in the whole process that we really need to understand because that's for me that I think that that's the basis of your business. If you understand how to find potential products and how to analyze the competition, how to analyze the sub markets that you're finding, all the keywords. I think once you understand that, it's very easy to start finding products and start finding other niches and stuff like that. Hello, Doris, Marina, Christine. I hope you can help me if I make a mistake here, because you know a lot about analyzing and finding products. And so welcome. Hello, Kim. So we have a lot of people. So I'm gonna go and I prepare a small presentation, and I'm gonna go on the presentation, and I'm gonna come back to the chat just to make sure. If we have any questions, we can just kind of go through the steps. So let me just share my screen, present to everyone, and then, okay. So this is my strategy. This is the way I've been doing finding products. Most of the things I do, I learn them here with in the Just One Time team. A lot of the stuff that I've learned because I have a business partnership with Saad Basim, one of the coaches, and you guys probably know him. So I've been lucky enough to learn and from different places, and I kind of combine all these skills to be able to find good products and find them fast. So the first step of to start finding potential products, for me, it's using Amazon. I just start by creating a list of about 20 to 30 potential products. And the reason why I recommend 20 to 30 potential products is because in my experience, when I started my private label research, I was looking for the perfect product, and I struggled a lot trying to find a perfect product. It got to the point where I spent almost 4 or 5 months looking for products, and every product that I found, I will find good numbers, but I was always afraid to go to the next step. And until one day, one of the coaches kind of kicked me on the behind and told me, no, just pick one of these. You have 3, 4, 5 good potential products. Just choose one and then go to the next step, because you're never going to go to the next step if you're looking for the perfect product. So now from then on, I try to make a list of 20, 25, 30 potential products, and then I stop looking, because if I keep looking, I'm always going to find potential products. The key here is to find a good list of potential products and then move to the next step. So my goal is to find 30 potential products at the most. I try to stay between 20, 25, and I do it following all sets recommendations for the kind of products that I'm looking for. And at the beginning, the recommendation that Seth gives on the training, I think it's a good recommendation, especially for people that are starting their business. You don't want to get in issues with FDA certifications. You don't want to get something very big or too heavy. You don't want to get things that are have too many moving things. So Seth has a very good set of recommendations in the training, and if you go to the find section of the training, you're gonna get all of those recommendations. So that's what I kind of use for most of my products now. That I have the partnership with Saad. We kind of venture on other things, and we've been researching for other kind of products. But at the beginning, I think that's a good start point for everybody. I use Amazo to hunt products, and sometimes once you start kind of learning and understanding the numbers, sometimes you don't even have to look, go to Amazo and look for products. Sometimes you're just browsing Amazon, and you kind of go on rabbit trails and find things that are different and are unique, and you kind of start doing the research from there. But at the beginning, start with Amazo to hunt for products, and make your goal to look for 20, 25 to 30 potential products. Don't go any more than that. That way you can get to the point where you found your list, and now you're going to start working on that list. And I always use the settings that Seth recommends. But remember that those are recommendations, and you can be flexible on the settings. As you also as you go learning, as you start learning, you're gonna notice that between 3,000 and 4,000 rank, maybe you can still find good potential products. And if you have the settings very low, of course you're gonna find better products. But sometimes you can kind of be flexible on certain things that are gonna allow you to find other products. So that's the step one. My step one is when I'm starting to doing research for a new product, I just want to get my list of 20 to 30 products. That's my step one. Once I do that, then I go to the step two. And then out of that list, let's just say it's 20 products. So out of those 20 products, I start analyzing each of them using Amazo. And if you have other tools that you purchased before, you can use them. But if you don't have them, you don't really need to use them. You have a lot of information on Amazo that is going to give you most of the information that you need to make a good decision. But if you have any other tools, I'll show you the tools that I use, and you can, if you have them, you can kind of compare the numbers with Amazo. But I start analyzing each of those products that I have on my list. You guys still there? I hope you guys can still hear me. Let's see. All right. So I guess I'm back. Okay, you're back. Okay, good, good, good. So I was asking if you guys can help me with the parameters or the requirements that Seth recommends. Maybe you can help me with that. So you guys participate with us. I hope that I don't get disconnected again, but we'll try. Okay, yeah, $15 to $85. No more than £1. That's right, £1. Okay, good, good, good. All right, up to 500 reviews on the median reviews. Okay, good. All right. So let me go back and let's look at the parameters that I use. Always based on. Oh no, hold on. I think I have to share my screen. Share my screen. All right, now I can go. 3,000 per day revenue, 15,000. Yeah, you guys are paying attention. That's good. All right, so my goal is to find 5 keywords that meet all the requirements. And I use some tools like Merchant Words. I use Google Keyword Planner. I use the GeoD Toolbox Keyword Autocomplete. I use Keyword Tool Dominator. I use LSA Graph. Those are very similar on the process that they give you keywords or ideas, so you can start analyzing those. But some of them are going to be different. For example, Merchant Words is going to give you different results than Keyword Tool Dominator because they use a different database of keywords. Keyword Tool Dominator and the keyword autocomplete from the toolbox. Those use the Amazon Auto Suggest, and then Google Planner use their own database, but they kind of give you an idea of what kind of keywords you can start looking for. The requirements that I look for are low competition between 10 and 20 strong competitors. High demand. I look for at least 100 units a day for the whole niche, maybe 200. If you find more, it's better. And the median reviews between 200 and 500. That's what Seth recommends. I recommend to stay 200 or less. One, because you're gonna get you're gonna have a better chance of ranking and start getting organic sales faster. And two is because I've been finding a lot of products with less than 200 reviews or median reviews. So I know there's products out there that you can find, and some of the products that I've been that I have, they're selling 10 units a day, 8 units a day, and I have 1 review. And on some of them I have 0 reviews. So I know that if I spend the time and I analyze and I look for those kind of keywords and those kind of niches, I'm gonna be able to start selling and start ranking my keywords faster. If you stay between 200 and 500, it's still good, but it's gonna take you a longer time, and you might have a big benefit that your daily sales are gonna be higher. But you have to kind of consider and see what do you want to do. If you want to put a lot of effort at the beginning on promotions and ranking and reviews with something where the median reviews is 350 or 400, which is good. Or if you want to find those Saad calls them low-hanging fruits, something that we can just do. We can start seeing results very, very fast. So those are the numbers that I'm looking for each keyword, trying to make sure that all of them meet all the requirements. So after you have that process, you go through all of them, all 20 potential products one by one. You should have a good list of 20 potential products. Each product should have 5 keywords that meet all the requirements. And then I put the list, I analyze the list and I choose the top 5 products. The ones that have the best numbers, the ones that have the keywords that represent the product the best, because sometimes you can have keywords that they don't really make sense, or they're backwards, or they're good keywords, but they're good for putting them on maybe on the back end search terms. They're not good for describing the product the right way. And so you kind of have to look for that. And I'm going to show you guys a live sample, and you're going to tell me, is this a keyword that represents the product, or maybe this is a keyword that represents a different product, and maybe we're, by looking at one product, we end up finding something else. So we're going to go through that exercise as well. So once I have my top 5, then I go to the next step, which is going to be, I get for each of those 5 products, I have 5 keywords, right? So I do a search on Amazon for each of the keywords. I just type them in, and I start looking at the results. Amazon is going to give you, for each keyword, they might give you different results. There's for each keyword, you can almost consider it its own market or niche, but we want to find a group of 5 keywords that are going to be the ones that we're going to be using to optimize and then launch our product. So I analyzed at least the top 10 results of each keyword. I want to make sure, and I'm looking for certain things. I want to make sure that for each keyword, my goal is to see at least 3 products on the top 10 that have less than 100 reviews. And if it has less than 50, it's even better, because that means that there's people on the top 10 search results for that keyword that have very little reviews, and I know I can, with my launch and using the launch strategy, the strategy that Seth teaches, I know I can get 20, 30, maybe 40, 50 reviews very easy, very fast. So I know that if other people is selling with, it's on the top 10 with less than 50 reviews or 100 reviews, I know I can make it. That's one of the things that I'm looking for. The other thing that I'm looking for is I'm looking for all the pictures of the competition. I want to see if they're using all of the pictures, if they have good quality pictures, and even if maybe I'm looking to see if I can beat them on pictures quality. So if I can rank on the top 10, and the competitor, the 2 competitors that are next to me have low quality pictures, or they only have 1 or 2 pictures, and I can do a better job with high quality pictures, 3D rendering, lifestyle pictures, and all that packaging. I know that when people is looking at all of the products, they're gonna choose me. They're gonna buy from me because I have a better quality product just based on the pictures. So that's what I'm looking for. The next thing that I'm looking for is on the top 10. I'm looking to see if how many listings on the top 10 are optimizing for the title, for the keyword that I'm looking at, that I'm analyzing. So if I'm analyzing for plastic bottle, I want to see how many of those top 10 listings have that keyword on the title. And if I see 2 or 3 listings that don't have that keyword, that means that they're not optimizing there. So I have a better chance of optimizing my listing with that keyword and ranking and beat them on the search results. So those are the things that I'm looking for when I'm analyzing, and I do that for each keyword. And I get a piece of paper and I start writing down. This one has 4 products with less than 50 reviews or less than 100 reviews. I know I have 3 products that have I can work on pictures, and I can bid them on pictures. And there's 2 or 3 listings that are not optimized on the title. Those are the things that are gonna give me how if I'm gonna be able to rank and start getting organic sales. And the other thing that I always look for is I look at the top 10 and I look at how many sales each of those are having, because I want to make sure that not only one listing or one product is having 1,000 or 2,000 sales, and the other ones are having 50 or 100 or not even having sales. So I want to look at that. I want to make sure that all the sales, if it's 2,000-3,000 sales a month on the top 10, I want to see that they're all having sales. They're all making sales, because when I'm ready and I start ranking and I get one of those top 10 places, I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to make some sales as well. So that's the step 3. Let me see if you guys have any questions so far. How are you guys doing so far? You guys have any questions? All right, let me go back and see if we have. Okay, so we're looking at the BSR. Sonar tool, I haven't used that tool, but there's a lot of different tools that you can use, and they're good. I do use FBA Toolkit just to make sure that the ranks are accurate, or the sales that the numbers are the Amazon is giving me are good, are accurate. But it's just for comparison. You don't really have to use it, but it's good to have it. Okay, so it's in Amazon. Why, if I add more keywords to track products, they give me no data? I'll show you how do I do it. Maybe that will help you. Search volume, yes. And search volume is going to be different. If you look at merchant words for the same keyword, it's going to give you a different search volume as Google Keyword Planner. And if you look at other tools, like for example, I use Scope a lot, and they give me different search volume. So you don't want to base your decision on that, but at least you can see that there's some search volume being recorded by all the tools, and that's a good thing. I know Amazon, they only get the search volume from merchant words, and sometimes when merchant words has 5,000 or 2,000 searches a month, I can check all the tools, and they have a little bit higher. So I just want to make sure that there's there is no 0 on every tool. When I look for that keyword, there's no 0 for every tool. Is it a good idea to use a video on the listings? Yes, it is a good idea. And if you are a brand registered on the 2.0 version, you can put video. Otherwise, you have to use different tools. And I think Gen.video, that is the name of the tool that we've used to put videos on our listings when because we don't have the 2.0 brand registry. But that's going to run you about $500 for one video, and I think it's $500 or $500 plus plus a fee or something like that. But that's one thing you can do. I don't know. Okay, so I think Jen is talking to Yvonne. Select keywords or primary keywords. Okay. I do have those checkboxes. Okay. I think I'm gonna go and keep going on the presentation. That way, you guys, that way I can have enough time for questions and also show you a live example and see if that helps. So, step 4. After analyzing the top 5 products, I got all the keywords. I know how the competition is. Maybe I even found other kind of products that I might be able to to work with and launch out of this whole process. And this process, you can see that we started with 20 products, and then we narrowed down to 5 products, and then out of those 5 products, I choose the top 2, the best ones. I look at all the competition, and I know this process. For some people, when they're new and they're still learning, it might take you 4, 5, 6 weeks, and that's okay. You wanna spend the time and look at the numbers and do this exercise. So you can understand what you're doing and you can understand the numbers. The advantage that you guys have here is that if you have any questions when you go through this process, you can just post it in the Facebook group, and we have a lot of people answering and helping each other. So but you're gonna have to go through the process and kind of learn and understand the process, because that's kind of the basis of the business. You want to scale your business up. You need 2 more products to launch. You have to start from 0. You have to start from here, so you can work your way to finding good products. For people that only choose, they look for one product, they find it, and then they choose it, and they just keep moving along. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes you don't really know if it's going to be a good product until you launch it, and then you kind of find out at the end that the product wasn't really good. But if you do this process, you kind of start looking at the numbers and everything. The other thing I do is on the top 2 products, I start moving to the next stages, and I start working on differentiating, negotiating with suppliers for 2 products. I look for ways to differentiate this product, if it's going to be by fixing something on the product, or using better quality parts, or just working on packaging, different things, and you have all the training in the members area for how to do all this. But I take it with 2 products, and that way I know that if one product end up not being a good one, I have a backup product, and I can still keep going and working towards launching the product. And when I have those 2 products, I start tracking those daily sales on those 2 products, because I want to make sure that when I analyze the product and I saw that they were having 150 or 200 sales a day, I want to see that for at least 2-3 weeks. That in case one day they were having 200 sales, and then the next day they only have 5, and that means that somebody was doing a promotion and they were giving away products for maybe ranking their product, or maybe getting reviews. And when I was analyzing, I saw that there was 200 sales a day, and that was kind of the reason, was because they were doing promotions. But if you run it for 2-3 weeks and you see constant sales, then you know that it's a stable market. It's gonna be you can predict that it's gonna be stable like that all the time. So after I do all the negotiating and the differentiation and everything, then I choose the best out of those 2. I'm gonna make my order, and then go to the next steps that are gonna be launching the product and creating a listing, and all other steps that you're gonna be able to get the training in the members area for the launch strategy and all that. But this is basically the process that I take when I'm looking for new products. And I get ideas from browsing Amazon. I get ideas from maybe the database, Amazon database, and sometimes just we see something that we want to buy, and then we kind of start analyzing it and seeing if we can make that product or launch that product. So steps. I'm gonna see if you guys have any questions. If not, I'm gonna give you a live demo. I found one product on the Amazon database, and so I wanted to, I kind of took half an hour to look for some keywords and kind of put everything together so you guys can see what I look for on that. So if that's okay with you guys, to do that and give you a demo. Let me see. if you guys are still with me. Is there a way we can get the slides? Okay, I'm gonna create a PDF and then I'll share it in the Facebook group for you guys. Do we need to ensure that multiple folks are making sales from a product and it's not isolated? Yes, I look for that, and I'll show you how do I do it. Should the search starts with the short tail or long tail? I try to at least have one keyword, and that was a mistake that I did with 2 products that we launched. That I focus on the long tail keywords, and then the long tail keywords tend to change more often than the short term, because the short term is a more like a broad search or broad market. And if you find a broad market with maybe two keywords or 3 at the most, and it's good, it's stable, it's gonna stay like that for a long time, unless it gets flooded with competition. But we've been tracking 3 products with Saad for the last month and a half. Every time we meet and we track it, it's still the same numbers. They don't change that much. It's a good thing. And then we have some long tails that, that's gonna be if you have 1 or 2 short tail keywords, and then you have 3 long tail keywords, and they change. You can keep. You're gonna be able to look for other long tail keywords and kind of switch them and find other ways other keywords that are gonna have good numbers. What's the name of the video? I think it's Gene video. Maybe if Gene that video. I think that's what it is. I don't have good internet. I'm gonna look for that resource, and I'm gonna post it on the Facebook group for you guys. Can help me with that. I think it's genevideo.com, but I'll look for that. Do you order samples for 2 products or just the better one? I do order samples for the 2 products that I'm gonna be working on, and my idea is, and my mindset is that if I have those 2 products ready to go, and then I order, I decide for 1 product, I order, I make my first order, I work on pictures and the listing and doing everything for that launching that product, and then I want to launch a second one. I have it ready, and I can just go back, make sure that the number's still good, the keywords are still good, and I already did most of the work. So my second product I can launch it very faster than the first one. But the idea is to have just one product, launch 1 product. And the main reason that I recommend that is because once you decide this is the product, that's only like maybe half of the work. Then the next half is going to be creating the listing, creating pictures, organizing, everything, shipping, dealing with the manufacturer, getting, Gem Video, I think it is. So, you don't want to focus on 2 launch products at the same time, at least at the beginning, because there's a lot of things that you have to do in order to launch a product. So I recommend just focus on 1 product 100%, and then once you have that one up and running, and it's starting to get your daily sales organic, and you start ranking that product, you have a second one that is ready to go. It's not gonna need all the research. You have it almost 90% ready, and you can, if you have the resources and that's your goal and your plan, you can just launch the second one a lot faster. Let me see, Gen Video. Yeah, that's the one. Gen Video, Gen.video, and that's the one that we've used with one of our products so far. Okay, so let's go and do a demo. And let me see if I'm still sharing my screen. Yes, okay. So I went on the product database on Amazon, and I found this. It's a pad for training pad, and I kind of started looking for some keywords, and maybe some of the keywords are not gonna be describing the product 100%. I kind of want to have different keywords so you guys can see what I'm looking for. But the main keyword that I thought when actually that the database gave me was practice social pad. So it's just a little pad that I guess people can practice to suture their skin or any kind of injury, things like that. When I started analyzing, this keyword gave me search monthly searches on merchant words. Look at the median reviews, 13 million reviews. Out of these 15 is 144 reviews. That means that the niche is very new, and it's coming up, and they're making about 200 sales a day, so about 4,000 to 5,000 sales, $5,000 a day for those 15 competitors. I look at Alibaba, and the price was about $7. I think I found on another keyword, I kind of found between $7 and $9. So I put another keyword, I put $9, and the median price is $18.99. But some of them, are median price at $29. So what I've seen a lot of people do is they analyze one market or one keyword, and then they just go and monitor other keywords here. They just add a couple more keywords here, and then they just get kind of like the summary of everything. And I don't like that. I like to analyze everything for each keyword. So what I do is I go back to the potential products, and I track the product again, but I track it with a different keyword. So in this case, I found a keyword, suturing practice, and I use merchant words, and I use other tools to find those keywords. And this keyword has 93,000 searches per month, which is a little bit better. And I might if this works, this might be a better keyword for the main keyword because it's a 2-word keyword. This is a 3-word, and so this is more broad. And if the broad keyword has good potential, you kind of want to use that as your main keyword. This one has 13 strong competitors, 24 million reviews, which is going to be about the same. And then I didn't check Alibaba here. I already know the numbers, and of course, this is going to be one of the products. Then you want to go in detail and start looking for suppliers and trying to make sure that that price it's accurate. But here I have another same 100, about close to 205,000 sales. So that's another keyword that is good. And then I look at another keyword, but I don't look at it. I don't just put it here, but I just do everything again. And this one, it's a good. I kind of like this keyword because it describes these, but the searches are a little bit small on merchant words. So I can go on Google, Google Keyword Planner and see what they say. I can just scope and see if they have about the same searches or maybe more. But I know this is not going to be my main keyword, so I can get some traffic if I optimize for this keyword. But again, this keyword has 9 competitors, 36 million reviews, 4,000 sales. So that means that with all of these keywords, I have a very good chance to compete and actually start ranking. And I even found another keyword, skin suture pad. I'm not sure about this one because I don't really have a lot of experience. But again, same, about 5,000 searches, 10 competitors, 13 million reviews, and sales. They're having, between those 10 competitors, they're having 137 sales a day. That means that they're having about 3,000 sales per day. The median price is about 29. So I know I can have, this one's 18, but I know I can have my product maybe close to the 29, or maybe a couple dollars lower, and maybe I can have something differentiate in a different way. So I found, 3, 4, 5 keywords that make sense, and then they meet all of the requirements. And so now I want to do more research. I don't want to do more research on all 20 keywords, but I want to find five products like this. So then I move to Amazon, and I start analyzing those products. So this is the main product the main keyword that I was looking for. But now I think I want to do maybe this one. So what I'm looking for, and I'm going to analyze all of them, but what I'm looking for is on the top 10. You don't have to count the sponsored products because they're paying to be there. But on the top 10, I want to see that the competition is not like 1,000 reviews, 300 reviews for all of them. I want to see at least 3, maybe 4 people, and then I start looking at the products, and I start seeing that this product is it's a little bit relevant, but I might be able to either get that position, or maybe I can start looking at this kit, and maybe this is a better option. So I can start getting ideas of other products that I could be launching. So I don't really have to decide that it's gonna be this path. Depending on the competition, depending on the keywords, I can probably say, okay, maybe this keyword is more relevant for like a kit or a set, and I'm gonna start looking for those, pricing for those. But I do want to see reviews. Look at this one. This is a sponsor. Okay, look at this one. 36 reviews. That's good. Reviews. 144, 53, 11, 5. And I know that the strong competitors are making sales. So I want to see that on the top 10, people are making sales. And one of the tools I use is Scope. You can use Jungle Scout, but if you don't have it, you don't have to buy it. Scope will give you the Chrome extension for free, so you can just install it and you can analyze keywords, and they're gonna give you the sales for all of them. So you can see right here, estimated sales 360, 498, almost 500 with 10 reviews. With 10 reviews, this person is making 500 sales a month. This one has 144 reviews, over 1,300 sales, 132, 300, 520. So all of the top 10 competitors are making sales. If I can get my product and start making, start selling 200-300 units a month, that's a good start. Then I can work my way to maybe having 1,000 sales per month. So that's the other thing I look. I want to make sure that everybody is having sales. I want to make sure that reviews are at least less than 100. If I can see less than 50, that's even better, because these people with 10 reviews are making 300-400 sales a month. So that means that they're having sales with low reviews, and I can compete. If I come into this search and I get 20 reviews, and I optimize my listing, I have good quality pictures, then I know I can compete and I can make sales. The bestseller. Look at that picture. I don't really like that picture, and I'm not gonna click on all of them to see all the pictures, because my internet is not the best internet. Hopefully next week I'm gonna be back home, so that the internet is not gonna be an issue anymore. But I'm looking at the pictures. I want to see good quality pictures, and I go and I analyze all of them, and I see if I can make them better. If I can make my pictures better, if they have only 1 or 2 pictures, that's a good sign for me. that means that they're not optimizing. So I analyze this keyword. They're having sales. Everybody's having sales. The competition is not bad. I go to the next keyword. This one's another keyword. I don't pay attention to the sponsors, but I'm doing the same thing. I'm looking at the same thing. Look at the reviews: 7 reviews, 0 reviews, 45 reviews, 36, 78, 10, 149. And then I start looking at other things, like this one is a skin pal holder. This was not even relevant to the keyword, so I know I can beat them. At least I can beat that. And I can be on the top 10 and replace that product with my product, because mine is going to be very relevant, very optimized. And then I'm looking at all the sales, and the same thing. I want to see that there's all the sales are distributed, among all the sellers, at least the top 10. That way, I know that not only one product is making 3,000 sales and everybody else is not making any sales. So I'm looking at that information. And 31 sales, 77 sales, 140, 360, one. So everybody's making sales. Of course, the ones that have higher reviews are making more sales, and we can analyze this product and see what they're doing, or see the keywords that they're targeting and stuff like that. But at the beginning, I just want to see on the top 10. I want to see that everybody's making sales. Be different than other ones. That's what I like to write down everything for this keyword. This is the top 10. How many sales each of them is making, how many reviews, and then I analyze all the products and I choose the top 5 and then the top 2. But I want to I'm making a list of all the information, and I want to see on all of them. So as you can see here, another keyword, it's very similar. It might be almost all of the same products. So you have reviews, and then if you analyze the whole market, sales, that we're looking for something where we're gonna come in and be able to to grab at least 10% of the sales on the top 10 searches, or results. So that's basically what I do, and I do this for every single product that I look for. So if you start doing this and you start analyzing and looking at the numbers and looking at keywords and doing all of this, you're gonna start noticing things that are gonna help you maybe choose better products, or maybe know exactly if you're gonna have good results or not. And I do find a lot of products with these numbers. That's what I always like to say. Look for 100 reviews or less, because I know there's products that are having those numbers, and I know that I can that I can make it. I know that I can find those kind of products. Okay, so let's see at the questions. Scope. The scope is part of Seller Labs.com. And I'm gonna just make sure you can create an account for free, download the extension, and use the extension for free. Of course, they do have a paid version, but you don't really need to use it. You're launching more products, or you're using it for analyzing. But Scope is a nice little tool. It basically does the same thing as Jungle Scout, but Jungle Scout kind of pops up the window on the screen, and Scope brings it up from the bottom. But they give you about the same numbers. You can analyze the search results for each keyword, and they're going to give you all the sales rank, and and all the information. And then you can kind of look at that information to see the numbers and everything. But if you have Jungle Scout, use that one, and you don't really need to use a Scope if you don't have it. Scope is a different tool than Amazel. Amazel is more like a research, product research tool, and it gives you a lot more information. If you haven't used uh, Amazel is going to give you a lot of information that you really, you can really go very deep on research on Amazel. Scope kind of gives you just the total results. It gives you some keywords that the products are ranking for. You can find keywords that this product, you can analyze one async, and they're gonna tell you which keywords they're ranking for and which keywords are making them sales. So that's one of the things that I like about Scope, that I can kind of see, okay, this keyword has 100,000 searches per month, making them 30 sales per month to this product. So that's information that I want to know, and that's why I kind of use and combine them. And since it's a free version, I mean, since you can use the free version, that's what I recommend it. But they do have a paid version that gives you a lot more information. Do you divide total daily sales by revenue in Amazel? No, I want to see that there's sales at the beginning, and then I want to double check with Scope. But I'm looking. My goal is to rank on the top 10. And my ultimate goal is to rank on the first result for each keyword that I'm optimizing for. So I just want to see that there's a market. If you analyze a keyword and there's no sales, there's no market, there's no competition, but there's no demand. You don't want to go into there and use that keyword to optimize your listing. But I'm kind of getting that information and making sure, okay, this is a market that has high demand, $5,000 a month with the strong competitors, and it has low competition. Okay, now I move to the next step and I start analyzing more in depth. Once you choose your two products, you have to kind of do a little bit more in-depth analysis and track the keywords and track the market to make sure that it's a constant 100 sales every day for at least 2-3 weeks. Beware of knockoffs. Yeah, you want to see what kind of products are in there. You want to see their private labels, or if they're just a big brand, or if it's Amazon selling and things like that. Yeah, I send you. I posted the link to Scope, and you can just download the form. And I think I hope this sends you to the right place, because it kind of went to my account to the track products. But does it work in Europe? Check on the website and see if they are working on Europe. Give you that information on the website. Do you ever buy some of the top competitors and look at the product? I have once I know that I'm launching one product, I kind of I want to see their quality, I want to see their packaging, and if they don't have all the pictures, I'll just buy them and then use them or give them away. I have a lot of pet supplies, accessories, and I don't even have a pet. Because I do have some pet products, but I don't have a pet, so I do that. How do you start with keywords? If you don't have the database, you always start with keywords. Yes, Amazel has a product hunt section, and they even have like a random search. So you can just click on random. If you don't have an idea of what to do, you can just click on random, and they'll give you some ideas. Another thing you can do, and this I was like, is this the way we're gonna do product research? And I thought it was kind of stupid, but now I do it. If you go to Amazon and just type silver, or if you type stainless steel, or if you type set or kit, you're gonna get a whole list of products that use that keyword, that word, and then you can just filter. I want to see between 20 and 50, and then you can start filtering the information, and then you can just start getting ideas. And if you see a product that has 50 reviews, look at the keywords they have on the title, and then okay, so this is, and kind of use common sense to say, okay, this is a bottled water, and then just bring that to Amazon and start looking for plastic bottles, or things like that. At the beginning, it's kind of, where do I start? And there's some ideas that you can do, and again, the Amazon app, they have a random option when you go to hunt for products. They ask you want to hunt for a keyword, or you want to hunt for an async, or a random product. I hope they still have that option, because if not, I'm just talking of my. Okay, let me just double check, because I know I've done that. Amazon.com. Hunt for a keyword. Yeah, if you click hunt for a keyword and then you click on random, that'll give you some information. The product database, they have like a free trial, I think it's 7 days trial. I will get it and just spend my whole weekend looking for the products on the database, and get my list of 30 products from there, and then don't buy it. Just get the trial version. Don't tell Seth I said that. But you have to kind of be a little bit creative with how do you find for products, and that's going to be just at the beginning. Once you've done this process, and that's why I recommend to do this kind of process. My wife comes to me and says like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Nope. What do you think about this? Oh, let's look at it, because some things are good to at least see. Selling those kind of products. Let's see if we can sell it. Okay, scope engine video. What is scope engine video for? Okay, scope is just a product research tool that you can use. And Gen Video is once you have your listing and you're selling, and if you want to increase your sales or the quality of your listing, you can use video to kind of have a review of your product or things like that. And if you don't have the brand registry 2.0, you cannot do it on your account automatically. So you can use services like Gen.video. They will create a video for you. You tell them what kind of video you want. They have a whole bunch of different people that they can record the video. They'll charge you between, I think the lowest price is like $500. And then they'll create a video, and they have a deal with Amazon where the videos that they create, they can upload into to any async. And so you can get videos through them that way. And it's if you know that this product is gonna make you $100,000 a year, why not spend the $500 at the beginning to have a better quality and be able to compete better with the other listings. So it's a good idea if you have the. PPC is costly. Just you can use Scope and Amazon Autofill. Yes, and I think we can plan to do a PPC training in the future. But if you go to the previous webinars, I know that we have great webinars already on the members area, and on the suggested webinars for the build section, on the other webinars, and you can use that. And then Seth has a very simple, and I still kind of use the simple strategy that Seth teaches on the training. I just do one automatic, and then I start getting my manual, optimizing my keywords with the convertible keywords that he talks about. So look at those trainings, but we might we're always touching on those topics. So we might do something in the future where I can kind of show you what I'm doing. It's Amazon daily sales data based on the period of time, or is it data pulled during that is instant. I think they do have some kind of tracking where they can give you estimated, but once you know the product, the product that you're going to be launching, you want to track it yourself. Either Mesa, they have a track product, track history product, or you can use, use it. You can just go on a spreadsheet and kind of put, the date and how many. And there's a tool that it's called how many extension, where you can just go on the listing and then it will tell you how many units that product has in stock. Sometimes it doesn't work too good. I know they fix how many extension. I know they already fixed it because it wasn't working for the last almost the last month. So I know it's working now. It's working back, and that one is a very easy way to just go to that listing. You go to the top 3 or top 5 results on the keywords that you're looking for, and you can just put how many units they have, and then the next day you check again, and the first day they have 98, the second day they only have 78. That means they sold 11 or 12 or whatever, and you can kind of keep track of that. Or you can use Amazel has a tracking track products where you can kind of look at the numbers every day, and see if they make sense. I know Jungle Scout, the web version, they have also a tracking for, they give you like the whole history for the last 90 days. But you kind of have to be careful with that, because that history is based on different data that they have, but it's not 100% accurate. So it's just for your reference, so you can kind of see that it doesn't jump up, up and down. But the best way to do it is just checking Amazon and seeing how many units they have with the how many extension. I would say that's kind of the best way if you don't want to have any other software or anything like that. Do you ever buy random products to own? Yes, I have, and that's one of the things I was talking to Seth not long ago, because I have sent products, but they didn't really work for me because I was doing it the wrong way. So now I'm kind of doing the process the way we all are learning here. So it's kind of like you can test different things. I'm one of the persons that test a lot of different things, and most of them don't work. I find a process that works, like the one we have here. I'm kind of sticking to this better, and because I want to start building, and launching more products, and I don't want to spend too much time. But I have done buy products on Walmart, and just like off-brand things that I can send and see. At least you kind of turn PPC on and see what kind of keywords find. The other niches with using PPC. And that's kind of like another strategy that we can probably work later on too. If you find 5 short tail keywords for your product, do you move along, or is 3 okay? Short tail, yeah. If you only need 1 or 2 for short tail. That's gonna tell you that the broad market it's good, and then you still want to use long tail keywords, because that's gonna drive the product better. So, for example, if you find that a water bottle is a good market, but then you find that 16-ounce or 32-ounce green water bottle, I want to use the long tail to bring people, because the people that is going to be looking for a 16-ounce green, water bottle, they're going to be buying pretty soon. But, if people are looking for water bottles, they still haven't decided which one they're going to buy, if they're going to buy plastic or stainless steel or colors. But I want to make sure that market is I have a good chance to compete. So I would say minimum 1 short tail. One short tail keyword, and then the other one's long tail. or I want at least 2 short tail keywords. But if you find all 5 of them, maybe you can launch one product on 2 keywords, 2 short keywords, and then have other 3 long tail keywords for this product, and then another product. So you actually have found 2 different markets where you can launch the same product using different keywords. So that's another idea. Which link? The how many extension? How many extension is working for me? So maybe just take off the index.php and that might work. There you go. 999 card trick. Yeah, that's pretty much the same trick that the how many extension has. The how many extension is also free. They give you five searches a day for free, and then if you want to pay for it, it's like $14 a month. You're not using it every day, so today you check it for 5 different products, and then tomorrow you check it again, and you don't really need to pay for it. But it's always good to if you have the resources, those are the kind of tools that you want to have always ready, because some days you might spend 2 hours doing research, and you don't want to run out of searches in the first 5 minutes, and then what do you do? So and they're not too expensive. Jane is talking about the 999 card trick. That's the same thing. You can just go on the product, click on add to cart, and then go to your shopping cart and change the unit. So let's say when you click on the add to cart, it's going to add it to your shopping cart, and it's going to say you want to buy 1 unit. Then you change it, and you change it that you want to buy 999 units, and Amazon is going to tell you, I'm sorry, we cannot do that. The seller only has 64 units in stock. And then you know how many they have in stock. That's a good way to do it, and you can just do it like that, and it's very easy to go just check 2 products or 3 products, really really fast. All right, Chris. Yeah, the 999 card trick is good. I'm just a little bit lazy, so how many extension? I just load the async, and it tells me right away how many units they have. All right. So if you don't have any other questions, I hope this information was useful. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. I will create a PDF of the presentation and post it on the Facebook group, or give it to Josiah so he can post it along with the video, because I know he's going to post the video later on. Just do that process. I recommend, even if you're already selling your products on Amazon, kind of do that process so you can get you can learn to identify keywords and all the things that you need to make sure you're launching good products. But yeah, just let us know if you have any. Yes, I'm still in Guatemala. I'm going back to Georgia on Wednesday, so I'm gonna be travel on Wednesday, and hopefully next week I'm gonna be in a connection. But yeah, I'm still here. I've been here for almost 2 months now, and it's very nice to kind of take a long time and visit family, and have that option to go out and visit different kind of family, because back home I have a lot of family, and but it's it's a good change. All right, guys, thank you very much for being here, and we'll see you next Monday, and hopefully Seth is going to be with us, and we'll keep chatting in the Facebook group every day. Take care. Bye bye.